Welcome to the daily post-market analysis of Nifty Index. In this analysis, we analyze Nifty's action in the current session using price action, trend lines, and Fibonacci retracements. And based on the analysis and observations, we draw a trade plan for the next session and conclude our estimate for Nifty's movement in the next session. Okay, to start with, let us review the analysis of previous session and um, observe how the price has moved today. Okay, on in the previous analysis, I mentioned that the support and resistance are still intact, and until either of these breaks conclusively, that is, price either closes below resistance or above support, price may play in between. And once the direction is established, we can trade along that particular direction. So also I mentioned a few possible trades depending on how Nifty may open and what the price action after that can be. So Nifty has opened around Nifty has opened at 17,867 today. So that is between 17,800 and 17,900. I mentioned that if the opening is between that, don't buy calls or don't sell puts right away. To short Nifty, wait for a clear price action. Short Nifty closer to a resistance like 17,900 or 930, and book profits near 17,800. Or reopen positions only if price drops and stays below 17,800. So that was the trade plan from yesterday's analysis. That was the trade plan for today's Nifty session from yesterday's analysis. Okay, so let us see what Nifty has done during the intraday today. So we already have observed that Nifty opened at 17,867. So drilling down to 15-minute level. So the first two 15-minute candles are very bearish. There was a lot of sell-off immediately after Nifty opened, and the price dropped below 17,800. It dropped up to 17,775. It it didn't stay there for long. As you can see, after the first hour itself, the price started climbing. So after the first hour, price went above 17,800, and then it never came back. So as I have mentioned yesterday, if the 17,800 level is not sustained, don't reopen any positions, reopen any shorts, book your profits, and wait for the price to come up to a resistance to open any shorts. I did not mention about going long at 17,800 because um, looking at the previous two sessions, that is, so this day on 11th and 12th. So when Nifty was sold off and Nifty found lows, the rebound from those lows was not too high enough to justify taking long positions. Whereas today the rebound from the lows was like fantastic. If someone actually dared to take long positions at 17,800, they would have been rewarded splendidly. So Nifty almost made more than 200-point recovery from the lows of today. So after the first hour of selling, Nifty recovered and it kept pushing up. The bulls pushed it up almost above the day's opening, and this is the first day in the past few sessions where the price went up above the day open, and it hit a bit of resistance at 17,900, which I had mentioned earlier here. 17,930 would be a resistance point. So it found a bit of resistance at 17,900, and then after that at 17,930 again there was little hesitation. And once 17,930 broke off, it went all the way up to 18,000. In fact, 17,999. So at 18,000 there was massive resistance which pushed the price down, but the resistance was not enough because price came slightly up to 17,930, which acted as a support because earlier it was a resistance level, and once this resistance level is broken and price went up, while coming down this became a support. So right now we have sorry, this one 18,000 is a resistance level, 17,930 is acting as support as of now, and we already have the 17,800 level, which has been a strong support for many sessions. So right now price is above a moderate support because this particular 17,930 played out as a resistance in all these earlier sessions, except here where there was some support and that got taken down with a long price action. So, what we can infer from this price action is that as long as Nifty stays above this level 17,930 or 17,940 levels, bulls can try to push it above to break the 18,000 barrier. And once this 18,000 barrier is broken, there will be renewed bullish efforts to push the price even higher. As I have mentioned, as of now, even now, Nifty is still in a range. So in yesterday's analysis, I mentioned that Nifty is in a range between 17,800 and 17,960. You can consider even 18,000 as the range border. So Nifty is still in a range, and anything can happen in this range. I repeat, anything can happen in this range until either of the support or resistance is broken and price closes below the support 17,800 or price closes above 18,000. So until this happens, Nifty can fluctuate between these two levels. So that is what we can infer from the price action. Now looking at the moving averages or trend lines, price is price tried to breach above the rising resistance line. It did not. It got a bit of resistance and there is still support, but it got pushed down a bit and it closed above the 100-day moving average. So as long as price is above this 100-day moving average, there may be few more efforts to push the price higher and test this rising trend line or either break the 18,000 resistance level. Looking at Fibonacci retracements, let us see. So, for the retracement from December first highs, price is playing between the 38% level and 0.5% level, 50% level, 50% level and 38% level. So that is 18,070, 18,080 level. So anyway, that is a longer term retracement. Looking at the short term, we have to extend this to this particular level because this is a new low made yesterday. So this low was broken yesterday. So this is a new low, and price he got pushed up. It's a rebound, and it's still less than 23% retracement level. There is a possibility that price may go up and test the 23% retracement level because if in the next session, that is on Monday 16th Jan, if price gets pushed up, it may face resistance at anywhere around this point. It can get resistance from the rising resistance line or this particular Fibonacci level, or it may try to breach this Fibonacci level and then maybe go up to this 18,070, 18,080 level, which is 38% retracement from December highs. If it faces enough resistance to be pushed below the 18,000 mark, that is below this rising resistance line, then maybe if the resistance is strong enough in the next session, price may fall. So this is just one possibility. It price action can unfold in many ways. Okay, and closing this, since we are at the end of uh, the week is over. Let us look at the weekly candle. Before that, let me briefly draw your attention to the nature of the candle today. The candle opened above the previous close, and it tried to go below the previous low, but did not. Even before the previous low, it found support. It got pushed up massively. It made a new higher high than any of these two previous sessions. This is something to be noted, so which shows that support is very, very strong. But then it eventually got pushed down and closed. Let me say 940. It actually closed above the high of the previous day. So while this is decidedly bullish action, it is not a reversal, a confirmed reversal yet. Like none of the standard reversal patterns match to this. This seems to be more of like kind of very yeah. So the bullishness is visible, but the bears have not completely given up. It is something to be noted. And looking at the weekly candle, ah, look, weekly candle is a perfect doji. Almost with it opened at 952, closed at 950, and that's like 2 point body when the top wick is 200 points and the bottom wick is 200 points. So this weekly candle shows clear indecision between the bulls and bears, and in this kind of and this is not a reversal or harami yet because it technically it is harami, but given the context, the previous three candles have been more or less sideways candles, so this is not a harami or this is not a reversal sign. So if the next session, and actually next week, I mean next week of Nifty most likely may see lot of action. Usually when these kind of haramis happen, the next candle would be very decisive in nature, so the direction would be established during the next candle, and if it can either break this support and go down, or it can break this resistance, which is at some 18,000, 18,132 something, 18,150 maybe, and go up. So either of these two are going to happen during the next week. Which will happen is clearly um, not predictable now. Okay, so looking at hourly candle, yeah, so hourly candles retracement is from here, yes. So from yesterday's low, that is at the 2 o'clock, around somewhere around 2, like that, it found the lows. From there, the retracement hit in hourly retracement diagram. The retracement hit this 62% level, which is the golden ratio, which is a very key level. So that again corresponds to what, 18,000. So which reinforces what I have already told. 18,000 is the level to look for. If price breaks above 18,000, we can expect more bullish action, and the price can be pushed up, maybe pushed up. I mean, the 18,000 has to be sustained, not just broken. Price has to close above 18,000. And otherwise, most likely the price may be pushed down. And if the lows are broken and sustained, again, sustained is a keyword. The lows are broken and closed below, then we may see further downward action. So, jotting down all these points, what can conclude is that again both supports and resistance are intact. Until either of these breaks conclusively, price may play way in between. And once a direction is established, we can trade along the direction. And until then, please take strategic positions, not too risky or not too heavy. Because I mean, if you take too many positions in one direction, in case price I mean, price goes in the opposite way, because there can be a big move coming. We don't know which way it goes. If it goes in the opposite direction, you'll be uh, facing a lot of losses. So take strategic positions and take calculated risks. So depending on the opening, we can think of a few trades. If the Nifty opens between 17,900 and 18,000 level, don't go long until 18,000 level is broken and sustained. And but short, if you find the price closer to 18k level, with 18k level as stop loss and first target of 17,800, or in fact you can even book some of the profits at 17,900, and maybe book more or complete profits at 17,800 level. Once 17,800 is broken and closed below, then reopen positions or add more positions if you have left any shorts. I mean, open. If price opens between 17,800 and 17,900, if you want to go long, buy for short term. That is like either 1 day or 2 days around the 17,800 level. 17,800 level is stop loss. If the price closes below 17,800 level, exit all the longs, and you can book profits at around 17,900 or 18,000 if you decide to go long at 7,800. And if you want to go short near resistance, like either 17,900 or 930 level, and book profits around 17,800, reopen positions if 17,800 is broken conclusively. If there happens to be a gap down below 17,800, most likely if it happens, it will sustain. So don't take any long positions. Take shorts, but take I mean, if you're buying puts, wait for the VIX to settle down and buy. If you're taking longs, take long position. Sorry, if you're selling calls, sell calls closer to 17,800 level, or maybe at the opening, because then the VIX is high, so that even if price plays sideways for some time, you can gain some volatility, gain few probably. If the if Nifty plays sideways for 1 hour or 2 hours, you can sell some volatility and gain on it. If Nifty opens above 18,000, don't short until Nifty drops below 18k, and to go long also, see that 18k is sustained and then go long. Okay, so that is all, folks, for the analysis of today's Nifty price action and um, the possible estimate for 16th Jan, that is Monday. So as always, the trading activity is inherently risk prone. So manage your capital and manage your risk well. Hope everyone finds good successful trades. Okay, I wish everyone a happy weekend. And if you like this analysis or if you find this analysis genuinely useful, please subscribe to the channel and share this analysis with your trading friends. See you.